1 week into the NBA offseason, and a new Big Three has been formed. The NBA draft is on Thursday. We already knew what the first pick is. Should another team jump ahead of Charlotte or Portland for the second and third pick? It's got some NFL offseason news. It's time to start the show. Let's kick it off with some theme music. Welcome to the Unbiased Podcast, where we take an unbiased look into the biased world of sports. But we know there's more than one side of a story, so I can't tell it by myself. Got some homies with me. Got Joey V, Ty, and we did have Vinny. There, just chilling, keeping it cool. Let's keep it copacetic and kick it off with the NBA. 11-year veteran and 3-time All-Star Bradley Beal's been traded from the Washington Wizards to the Phoenix Suns, in a package that will include Chris Paul. According to reports, Beal chose the Suns over the Kings, Heat, and the Bucks, and the deal will be finalized once the Wizards, whether or not they find a third team to possibly shop Chris Paul. So, Joey V, let's start it off. Are the Suns now the favorites?
In the West, or to take everything?
Well, we can start with the West because, to take everything because I don't see an Eastern Conference team beating.
Sweet Jesus. I'm gonna say it's a great lineup. My God, why would the Wizards make this move? I'm sorry. I think I'm really just shocked on that, to be honest with you. You texted me, I'm like, nah, they ain't that dumb. Then you was like, nah, it's in the works. I'm like, what? Like, dog. That's crazy. I think the Suns are gonna be definitely a threat in the West. They're gonna be a threat. They can potentially take it all. I think, honestly, Bradley was just missing a couple pieces, and if he can't do it with this squad, then, maybe he won't be able to do it. But I think, it's definitely possible. Definitely. I'll tell you this. He ain't adding nothing bad to the team.
Man. Hey, Vinny, talk to me. Because Vinny called me, man. He called me like Sunday night. Bro, I know you heard about that bill. Yeah, bro. So, Randy, talk to me. Did Beal make the right decision choosing the Suns over the Bucks, the Kings, or the Heat? Because he had a no-trade clause, so he essentially got to pick where he would waive his no-trade clause, and it was only for the Suns. So, Vinny, talk to me. Did he make the right decision? Oh, no.
Hold on.
Vinny,
question. I don't know if he made the right decision or not. I mean, I think it's a good decision, but at the same time, I think the Heat or the Bucks would have also been a good decision. I mean, he changes all three of those teams when he gets there. Like he puts them over the top. You know what I mean? He adds his scoring ability, and that's what they need for real. You know what I'm saying? Like the Bucks need another shooter. Giannis can't shoot. The Heat, they need somebody, take some of the pressure off of the other players. A lot of people calling them the others because they got a team full of others apparently, but they balling.
Yeah, they
so
balling.
They need that much others.
I can't agree with that. You know what I'm saying? They balling. I can't really agree with that.
I think either way, wherever you go, it's not a bad decision. I mean, with the Suns, they that's gonna be something tough. It's gonna be tough to work with, man.
I don't know what happened. As soon as it was my turn to talk, it just wanted to cut off.
Oh man.
I almost fell on the floor.
Yeah. But yeah, I figure they're gonna be one of the biggest. They were already an offensive juggernaut, the Suns, and now you add Bradley Beal to the equation. It's offensively on paper, it'll be the best team in the NBA. I don't think I like the team Sacramento has, but I don't think he wanted to go into a similar situation in Sacramento like he would be in, like he's been his whole career in Washington. When they had John Wall, it's a similar situation. John Wall, De'Aaron Fox, not the same player, but similar situations. They got a solid big man. Wizards had a solid big man when they had Gortat. I mean, I feel like that'd be a similar situation to Washington, making the playoffs, but not quite getting over the hump. I feel like that's the position the Kings are in. As far as the Bucks are concerned, I feel like that nobody wants to go to Milwaukee. So I feel like that's. Who wouldn't love to play with Giannis? But that's a tough market. That's not a very marketable team, the Milwaukee Bucks. So, and then it's the Miami Heat. And I guess when you see him, Jimmy Butler, when you look at it on paper, the Suns look like the team that makes the most sense in a near future championship. You get to go play with two of the dare I say top 5 scorers in the NBA with KD. We know KD is, but we can put Devin Booker up there, I think, now, top 5 scorer. So now we got 3 top 10 scorers in the league on one team on the floor at any given time. So that's going to create a lot of opportunities for them. From a trade standpoint, it's robbery.
Yeah, straight up.
Oh yeah,
it's complete robbery. It's very, very DC sports like. No offense to anybody, but we can all agree that Washington continuously makes ridiculous moves.
Yes.
Whether it be coaching hires, trades, draft picks, they don't hit very well when it comes to upgrading. From what I'm hearing, Chris Paul is more than likely going to reunite with the Clippers. So really, Washington's getting nothing out of the deal. So nothing out of the deal for. Good for Bradley Beal. Good for the Suns. Wizards are back to the drawing board.
Man,
we gonna suck this year.
Here's the thing: the Wizards are definitely back to the drawing board. I like the. We'll see what happens Thursday if they draft the right person. If they draft Anthony Black, then I think that's a good solid foundation. Kyle Kuzma, I just got this across my news wire. Kyle Kuzma declined his player option, so he'll be a free agent. Returning to Washington, it was just a $13 million option, so returning to Washington might be a option for him. It's a possibility for him. But Bad Bill, I think he would have benefited the most going to Milwaukee. The chances are higher for him to get a title in Miami than it would be in Phoenix. But man, the thing is with Phoenix, you just said it's probably the top offensive team in the league on paper. I'm still inclined to see what Dallas will do and what type of shooters they add, and if Kyrie stays there. So I don't know about that one yet. They definitely top 2. But there's nothing on the defensive side. We watched DeAndre Ayton get pumped for a 35-point triple-double against Nikola Jokic. So unless they figure that out, that defense side, you just need a couple defenders because KD, he's a decent defender. But Books and Beal, they'll go out there and do it, but they liable. I promise you, they liable. They liabilities on that defensive side.
And that's what you're right. That's where the liability on that trade stands. Is they feel they grabbed one of the premier scorers in the NBA, but the biggest question mark that they had was the big man, and that did not answer the big man question. So that's true. Defensive liability. I mean, I guess you got to go and score 120 a game.
Yeah, and you can probably compare Bill and Books to what not necessarily to what KD had in Brooklyn with Harden and Kyrie. They're just kind of, because if those guys would have been healthy, you would have to do that. That would have been the recipe to beating them. You got to score 125 points. And I think that's going to be the recipe to beating Phoenix, scoring 125 points. The problem is, I think it's going to be rather. Teams won't have a difficult time doing it.
All I can say is I, for years, wanted to watch Bradley Beal and KD play together. Now I get to watch that. It's just not in the right city. So, I'm not really. I'm disinterested. I'm just be honest with you. I'm just like, forget it. You know what I'm saying?
You thought KD was gonna come home one day?
Man, one day. A brother can hope. A brother can dream.
It was retirement party. But as for playing for the squad, no.
I still wouldn't pick the Suns as the favorites.
Me neither.
I'm still picking Denver over Phoenix right now.
That's a no.
I am as well.
I'm not doing that. I'm gonna tell you why. Denver showed me a lot of. It's just them. It's just
Jokic
and Murray. That's what they showed me. That's what it is. Everybody else is. Yeah, we might show up. We might not. More on the latter. And if they don't, teams won't score them. I mean, yeah, Joe can get a triple double any day, whenever he wants to. And Murray, a walking double double, and double miraculously. But I ain't doing that every day. And it's gonna be teams that's gonna score points. Denver got to keep up with that points. You know what I mean? And if they can't contend with that, ain't nothing you do. You got to score to win.
What was that? Anyone know the point average this as a team this year, Denver's in the regular season?
Denver was in the top 5, so yeah.
Okay. It seemed like because Jokic literally averages a triple double during the regular season. You know what I mean? So a healthy Denver team throughout the whole season is definitely going to be a threat. I think. For the last decade, the West been more interesting, you know what I mean, because of moves like this, you know what I'm saying? Like, Bradley Beal been playing in DC forever, you know what I mean? Take the 4 off that jump, you know what I'm saying? Ever, you know what I mean? He been playing for DC, you know what I'm saying? With nothing to show, you know what I mean? But good numbers, you know what I'm saying? So I'm happy that he get to go out to hopefully a team that can actually use his talent, and he don't have to he doesn't have to have a major put out, you know what I mean, with Devin Booker and KD there, but I don't expect his point average to drop, to be honest with you. I think they're still going to use him. Phoenix still seems like the team with the hot hand, you know, whoever has it, they'll give it to him. And I think, you know, just like y'all said, it's going to be, you don't have to outscore Phoenix this particular year. And because of Bradley Beal, I think that's going to be a little difficult. You know what I mean? You know, I mean, we talking about Devin Booker, who scored 70 in the game. KD is KD. You know what I'm saying? To add Bradley Beal to that, all they got to do is either get Ayton straight or, you know, ship him up out of here. You know what I mean? And get it somebody else. You know what I mean? That's it. And that's a threat of a team.
Yeah. If Ayton just played to his number 1 pick capability, if he was half the player he was in Arizona, that's crazy. The University of Arizona, then this team, I wouldn't say that. But because of that, I still have to pick Denver. So Denver, they were 11th actually in points per game, 115.
Okay.
Sacramento led the league. Sacramento led the league in points, scoring 120. Phoenix was
neither one of those
17th.
is gonna do it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Neither one, that 120 or that 115 ain't gonna do it against this Suns team. That ain't gonna do it.
But the thing is, we don't need Ayton to be what everybody wants him to be no more. He just needs to play defense and get rebounds at this point.
So he don't need to score.
He needs to score. Everybody needs to score. Everybody.
That's literally what he's not.
That's exactly what he's not doing.
He's
Like,
not playing defense, and he's not getting rebounds. So he's literally useless at this point.
Hey,
I sat there and watched him not defend Jokic and watched him get the rebound. So he's not doing either of those things.
He want that man to work a miracle.
yeah, because AD tried to defend him and it didn't work. So
It don't work.
So here's the thing with Phoenix and Brad Beal and KD, even Devin Booker, they have all missed solid time. KD more so than the other two over the last since 2019. He went down with the Achilles tear. So there might be times in the season where you only see two of these three together, or you know what I'm saying, or maybe even one of the three. So they need to have the players and the camaraderie to when one of those guys go down. Say KD go down for like 20 games. You need to have the wherewithal to like go like 14-6 and not 10-10.
I feel that.
I feel like the train, yeah, because I feel like that's where the train stops. Because after you say those three players' names, there's not one person on that roster that I'm like, ooh, I don't. There's nobody.
And Ayton was the number one pick.
Their bench is going to get violated.
Oh yeah.
And that's going to be that's going to be Frank Vogel's biggest coaching adjustments, because if all three of them out there, he's going to have to find a way to keep two of the three in the game at all times.
Yep.
I mean,
yep. And I feel like Beal might end up being the odd man out as far as playing with the bench. But honestly, from a coaching standpoint, I feel like I would have KD on the floor anchoring the offense with the bench. Obviously, they're all going to start the game together. Obviously, they're going to all start.
If you get out of ego, then yeah, KD should come off the bench. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel
no. He's not saying come off the bench. He's saying play with the bench players.
You know what I'm saying? With the bench players. You know what I'm saying? Like he a veteran. You know what I'm saying? He a baller. He gonna make other people better. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna attract double teams.
Yep.
So
it's gonna be easy.
I feel they're all gonna start the game, and they're all gonna start, and he's more than likely he'll be the first one to check out of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know. I would probably make Brad play with them simply because Brad, he brings something to players who's not known. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at his tenure with the Wizards. How many players is a household name on that team?
I feel that.
You know what I'm saying?
There was a few of them, but they traded them all away.
Yeah. Dummies.
Exactly. But he's been playing with players who not necessarily up to par, you know what I'm saying? And he knows how to work that system, you feel me? So from a coaching standpoint, I might have to work that in there.
I would say Bradley Beal has like more endurance, you know what I'm saying? So if I'm starting him and I want somebody to lead the bench but still be it depends on the pace you want. Because if you want it more fast paced with your bench, then yeah, Brad got to be the one who take him, you know what I mean, control that bench. You know what I'm saying? But if you want to kind of stretch the floor, then yeah, KD's the one. You know what I'm saying? Devin Book also could be, but out of them all, I feel like he got like the slowest game. You know what I mean? Out of those three, you know what I'm saying? So it depends on what you want. What Vogel say his best output would be.
We're gonna see how good of a coach he is.
I think Brooks is the person to have out there with the bench because let's not forget the Suns wasn't always this nice during D Book's tenure. He was out there playing with bums. So Brooks understand how to go out there and play with bums. When Brad and Wall was getting to the playoffs consistently.
Yeah.
Book
I mean,
was
Brad
playing
used
bums.
Book
was playing bums.
Brad is Mr. Bills used to playing with some bums too.
Yeah, but not to the level with that. Devin Booker. There was no time during Bill's tenure that they only won 17 games. That happened during Buck's tenure with Phoenix. So Bucks know how to play with these bums. KD, he don't know how to play with no bums. KD don't know how to play with no bums. KD always playing with some superstars. So he's the last person need to be running the bench.
That actually is a lot. That's true because all you gotta do is KD gets very frustrated with bums. You can put KD on the floor with a bunch of bums, and he gonna start throwing the fucking hissy fit. Excuse me, he gonna start throwing the hissy fit. For real, he gonna throw a tantrum.
If you only win 17 games, do you know how to play with the bums, or do y'all just know how to lose together?
Oh no, he was out there scoring 25 points a game. He was out there balling.
But it would have worked. Is he putting other people in position to score? You know what I'm saying?
That's the worst team before CP.
The jury's still out on Phoenix. So let's move on to the NFL. The New Orleans Saints have a new quarterback, Derek Carr, or as I like to call him, Jimmy Garoppolo adjacent. They also have a top 10 defense and returning star running back Alvin Kamara. So let's take a look at the schedule. Let's break this down as apparent on the New Orleans Saints schedule.
All right, let's back it up.
I call him David Carr's brother.
That's still Jimmy G adjacent. Oh man,
David Carr would have been a Hall of Famer if he didn't come into the league on the Houston Texans. They killed that man. If you ever watch David Carr highlights, man, that man never had any time to pass the ball.
That man said Hall of Famer. Well, he was number 1 pick overall.
He never had a chance. He never have a chance.
Let's see. Week 1,
man, just retire early.
Week 1, Tennessee. I don't know who's playing quarterback in Tennessee. Is it Ryan Tannehill? Is it Will Levis? Who knows? So we talk about the New Orleans Saints. Derek Carr. Yeah. I give him a dub.
That all depends on how what kind of the game Derrick Henry has.
Yeah.
If the Saints could slow down Derrick Henry, they win. If Derrick Henry comes out there and has a big game, they can't seem to slow him down. It don't matter who's playing quarterback.
Yeah. Well, I guess we all get him a dub. Week 2.
In 10. Oh yeah, they gonna smack Carolina.
Oh yeah, they Bryce Young started. Yeah, we gonna get to Carolina later, but yeah, they gonna smack Carolina.
They gonna smack Green.
2-0 start.
They look like they gonna.
I don't know. Here's I know what you're about to say, and I don't know because it's at Green Bay.
I got them losing to the Titans. I got them losing to Tennessee.
You got them losing?
I think I got them losing to Tennessee and then winning the next 3.
I got them losing that Green Bay. I ain't gonna lie to you.
But we all in consensus that for some odd reason, at the end of their first 4, the Saints could be 3-1.
3-1.
Bless the Lord.
It's crazy. Week 5, New England. I think that's a dub.
I think they lose at New England.
Oh, it's at New England. I didn't see at. Oh yeah, right.
I think they lose in 5. Saints don't know how to play in the cold. Well, it's not gonna be that cold. It's only October. I still think
it's only October.
It's only October, but I don't think they go to Foxborough and win. Patriots is about.
No, in October.
You go back to Foxborough. You go to Foxborough in December. It's liable to be snowing.
Yeah, on my soul.
I think they lose.
We come around in the city, I'll be freezing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that daggone win. I ain't with that.
Week 6 at Houston. They gonna beat Houston. Houston starting our rookie quarterback.
All right.
I think Jacksonville kills them.
Yeah, Jacksonville's going to murder these guys.
Yeah,
Trevor
yeah.
Lawrence not going to give them a chance. And then at Indianapolis, Anthony Richardson, another rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I think
I'm curious. That's my favorite. That's my favorite. That's my most intriguing pick of the draft. I'm really curious to see what A. Rich does. And he's got Jonathan Stewart. Not Jonathan Stewart. Excuse me, Jonathan. This man had such an off year. I forgot his name. What's his name?
Jonathan Taylor.
Jonathan Taylor. Yeah.
Jesus.
Oh man, so I'm looking at 5-3 possibility after 8 weeks after the Indianapolis game. That's even though it's at Indy, I don't know what type of team Indianapolis will be. And it's just that division's in the air. They got lucky because they got the AFC South, but week 9, Chicago. Yeah, we definitely did pick that. That was a dub because Chicago's trash.
My God, this is a schedule.
The schedule's weak.
They get 6 games in the NFC South. They get 4 games against the AFC South. That's 10 games. Then they got the Bears. What is going on?
They got the NFC North as well. So we got the Bears after. Man, they could beat the Bears because it's going to be at home.
Mm-hmm.
They don't get too high.
All right.
But then at Minnesota,
Don't get too high.
I think they'll lose at Minnesota. So I got them at the bye at 6-4.
For sure.
So I got the Saints at the bye at 6-4.
I think they drop one. I think they're gonna drop one to the Falcons.
Yeah.
Well, yep.
I don't know if it's gonna be.
They're not
see, and the game is at New Orleans against Detroit, and
they're not beating.
Those one of the games we talked about last week. That's one of the games. I'm about to get at the Detroit.
Mm-hmm. I hear what you're saying, but they ain't beating the Lions.
And they play the Panthers again. I think they beat the
that's
Panthers
another
twice.
dub.
I don't know.
Let's
I don't
see.
know if they lose.
14.
I don't know because that Giants game is tricky because the Giants could definitely need that game because it's a December game, but it's in New Orleans. So like New Orleans got a nice little 3-game homestand. Too bad that Detroit's gonna mess that up. I don't know, man.
The Giants do well in December. I'll give it to the Giants.
Right, but like this game is in New Orleans, and I got them right now at 7-6. So, and it depends on where the Giants are at.
Do you trust Derek Carr in December?
I don't trust Derek Carr.
Yeah, it's July, and I don't trust Derek Carr. So, I mean, I'm surprised I got him at 7-6 right now. But this weak ass schedule.
Yeah, that's a loss.
Yeah, only because it's at home. If this was at the Meadowlands, then there's no way that I could trust them. But they could steal that game at home. Now at the Los Angeles Rams, when they absolutely need it on a Thursday night at Prime Video, the Saints are going to lose.
Oh, I'm about to say they're not.
In LA.
Yeah, they're going to lose. The Saints are going to lose when they absolutely need it. No, they're going to lose. And then it's at Tampa Bay. It's a coin flip between Derek Carr and Baker Mayfield. We'll get to them. We'll get to them later if it's Baker Mayfield or Kyle Trask. But they win because it's the Buccaneers.
I only think they're losing one game. I only think they drop one game in the division-wise. I think they lose to the Falcons. I don't know what week it's going to be, but they drop one to the Falcons. But other than that, they're going to run through that division.
I was waiting on you to say division-wise. When you said one game, hold on now.
Thanks to that 5-1 division record, because I agree with you. Thanks to that 5-1 division record, I got these guys sitting at 10-7, the Saints.
Sweet Jesus.
So I think I have them at 9-8, I believe. I would say because you. I don't like how you just said that they're gonna beat the Giants and just moved on immediately.
I mean, I ain't like what y'all said about the Cowboys last week, but hey.
Don't nobody care about the Cowboys. Let's move on.
Exactly my point. That's why y'all Giants lose.
Cowboy.
Change the name of this podcast to Petty.
So it's up in the air. New Orleans has a chance to win the division simply because of the schedule that they got. If you play the AFC South, and then you're already in the NFC South. NFC South is already the worst division in the league. Then you play in the second worst division in the league, and then you got the NFC North. So you didn't really have too much competition. Their biggest games are going to be against the Lions, the Giants, Jaguars.
What are their random games? They got the Giants, the Rams, and what's their other random? Patriots?
Yeah.
Giants, Rams, and Patriots. So they could have really gotten a worse luck of the draw as far as your random games go too.
Mm-hmm.
Got the Rams and the Patriots. I mean, Patriots ain't no patsies, but I mean, Rams ain't that good. I don't know. It's gonna be between the Saints and the Falcons. Come to the end of the season, 9-8, 10-7. That's gonna take the division. It's gonna come down to the Falcons and Saints.
That's a lot of faith in the Falcons. I'm not. I don't know about 9 wins for the Falcons, but we'll see. Staying in the NFL and staying in the NFC South, Bryce Young was the number 1 overall pick for Carolina Panthers, has recently been named quarterback 1. We knew that was going to happen. So now let's look at, we got Saints 9-8, 10-7, somewhere around that range, 9 or 10 wins, nothing too crazy, but just enough to win the division. Who knows? Because only 8 wins won the division last year. But let's look at Carolina Panthers.
My Jesus. Let's get there. Hold on.
I don't even think it matters.
Honestly.
Because Carolina starts the season off. Is that in Atlanta?
Yeah. I don't know why they did their schedule like this. Maybe they ain't want nobody to really see who. But yeah, this is how they schedule.
Yeah, it's a loss.
Put up. But they do.
And then to the Saints, we already.
Let me see what it says.
So White is at home.
Oh, excuse me. White is away. Black.
White is away.
Okay.
It didn't matter whether they was at home or not. They was gonna still lose to the Saints week 2. Damn, they got Seattle week 3. That's a loss. That's a loss. They got Minnesota. That's another loss.
4-5.
Yeah.
Boy, is that Miami?
The Dolphins. Jesus.
Boy, they can easily start 0-6. Man, I got them at the bottom 0-6. I ain't lying to you.
Lord Jesus.
Hey, there they go. There you go. They come out to bye with a chance.
Okay, so Bryce Young faces CJ Stroud. And
where's the game?
In the battle of 1 versus 2. So yeah, we can go 1-6 right there.
In Carolina, right?
Then the Colts. Yeah. It's gonna be in Carolina.
If it was in Houston, it's a loss. But I give them a win because Carolina.
Then after the Texans, they have the Colts.
Loss.
It's in Carolina.
It's in there.
Jonathan Taylor gonna go crazy.
I don't know, man. I'm tempted. And then it's at Chicago at Soldier Field. They can win that. They can win that.
Loss.
This is tough. then it's at Dallas. I'm sorry. No. Dallas is coming to Carolina. It doesn't matter.
I want to say W so bad.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where the game was at. That game could have been in Berlin.
I'm just not.
Oh Lord, Jerry Jones could play quarterback and they win that game.
Last week. We already got one Giants fan. We'll need two,
And it's
I have to win these games. Tennessee, after the Dallas loss, Tennessee, man, loss. This shit tough.
Tampa.
And then at Tampa Bay,
they beat
the Bucks.
I give them Tampa.
Okay.
At least one.
Give them one.
At least one. And now they're at New Orleans.
Loss.
And now let's go to To be determined date, I guess, against the Falcons. You don't have to flex that. You don't have to flex that. That could be a Sunday clock 1 o'clock. That could be a Sunday 1 o'clock game. This is gonna be a 35-7 loss.
It might matter for the Falcons. It ain't gonna matter for them.
Yeah, and then Green Bay
Loss.
It's at Green Bay. That's tough. That's a loss. Is that the Jaguars emblem? Yeah, that's a good one.
On New Year's. Happy New Year. Gonna get busted on New Year's Eve.
Oh yeah, Trevor Lawrence going for 4 touchdowns that day, and to be determined. Yeah, you don't have to flex that game either. On that Week 18 game against Tampa, you can have that. You can have that Tuesday at 1 o'clock.
That's probably gonna be the most pointless Week 19 game of the year. Week 18 game of the year.
I got him at 3-14.
Jeez, I think that's the worst. Oh man.
Sweet Jesus.
Yeah, I only got them beating the Bucks once. Whatever week that, got them beating the Bucks once and beating the Texans. That's it. 2-15.
Yeah, I got them beating the Bucks, the Texans, and the Colts. So man, that's just that's tragic, man.
I can agree with maybe the Colts, but I'm giving that to the 2-15. So, and that's not to say that Bryce doesn't have a solid year. Maybe he has a good year, but he ain't gonna have a good enough year.
Yeah, I mean, Bryce could probably lead all rookies in passing, but it's just Adam Thielen is your number one receiver. I'm sorry, I don't, man. That's not gonna work.
Gonna throw the ball to. That's what I was gonna say. Who's he got? I didn't realize Adam Thielen signed with the Panthers. That's a good signing, but I mean, he's got injury issues. But even if he's on the field, who else is there? Chuba Hubbard.
It's gonna be tough for him, and that's coming out the South. Now we could definitely be wrong. We'd definitely be wrong, but I wouldn't be surprised if we come back up this time next year and it's 3-14. So let's move on to let's go back to the. You said they
might sneak a couple wins in there against some weaker teams like Packers, Bears. They might.
Yeah, right.
But I doubt.
On the second half of their schedule, that first 6 games. Oh God.
Falcons is the only game that I think is even winnable.
That's just because they know how to lose.
Oh, and the
rivalry.
Yeah, it's a rivalry game, and for some odd reason, the Panthers and the Falcons know how to put up a good game. It'd be some good bump in the Panthers-Falcons game.
I'll tell you a secret about the Falcons.
Desmond, and the jury is out on Desmond Ridder. We don't know what we're getting from Ridder. I just feel like the reason I say the Falcons are going to contend for the division is because the Falcons have I'm not gonna say good. I'm gonna say a underrated supporting cast. Their roster's not horrible.
Not by any means. And then you add Bijan Robinson when they already had they already had that other rookie dude, Algier. I can't remember his full name, but Algier, they already had him. And then Kyle Pitts will be back. Drake London is not a scrub by any means. And then they went and signed Jesse Bates from Cincinnati to work out with AJ Terrell, who was already a top corner. And then they went and traded for Jeff Okudah, who's another up-and-coming corner. So the Falcons are going to have a sneaky little no-fly zone in the secondary. If they run the ball the correct way, you might not even need Desmond Ridder to do too much. So
the Falcons they one of my sleepers this year.
This is the thing about the Falcons. Their rival is themselves. They don't have no rival.
You have no rival. I'm sorry.
The city of Atlanta is cursed.
Oh yeah. Except for the Braves. The Braves not win.
One in there.
But that's about it.
Took them
The
forever.
Hawks know how to get to the playoffs and act like they're gonna do something and then lose. But so we'll see. The jury's still out on the NFC South, but Carolina's not looking good. Yeah, man. Let's move on to the NBA. Back to the NBA. Draymond Green declined $27.4 million player option, become a free agent. Now, the four-time champ will be a unrestricted free agent, first time in his career. So, Vinny, should the Warriors make Draymond a priority?
I want to say yes, but it seems as if Draymond's. It seems like Draymond's not making the Warriors a priority. I don't. If you decline your $27 million player option, is that because he thinks that he's going to be offered more money? Because I don't
exactly, because I had the same question.
Less? Is he declining so that he's willing to take less so that the Warriors can add some more pieces? Because he realizes that, like we all do, that they need a little bit of help. So is he declining that option for the right reasons, or is he declining that option because he's Draymond Green and he thinks he's worth more? I don't know. I think it's a good thing. I think it's good for the Warriors, him declining the option. I think that they should re-sign him, make it a that's weird. When I seen that, it was definitely a weird thing. I was like, okay, we had just been talking about the whole Draymond pick or choose, Draymond or Jordan Poole, and I don't know if Draymond he might have just made a decision for the Warriors.
So be it.
Joey V, what team would fit Draymond?
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I always thought if Draymond left the Warriors, then he would just have to retire, go to commentate, and lean on the podcast. That's always what I thought. You know what I'm saying? But if he's thinking that he's valuable, I heard talk of him linking up with LeBron. You know what I mean?
I can see that.
I can see that. I can see it. You know what I mean?
I can see it too.
And I would think that team would be pretty much a threat, to be honest with you. At least because if he get off his ego, then Draymond would be the person running the bench. You know what I'm saying? They would be the person running everybody else. You know what I mean? And it give LeBron the rest. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he can run.
We got to worry about that. Draymond came off the bench in Golden State. Man.
You know what I'm saying?
Cool.
No, you wouldn't run. You wouldn't, because I think that's a hell of a front court to try, or a back court to try, and front court. Excuse me. That's a hell of a front court to try to score on. AD, Draymond, LeBron.
Then it would be similar to what y'all said about the Suns. I would have them start like that because that's a nice little deal. You know what I'm saying? But then when the bench come in, had Draymond do a couple more minutes. You know what I'm saying? To kind of get them in they swing, then take them out. You know what I'm saying? Now if it is LA. Then yeah, so be it. That'll be pretty cool. You know what I'm saying? But I think that his IQ is valuable wherever. You know what I mean? So it don't really matter. But it depends on what his number is. I'm thinking that he actually took the drop to kind of this outrageous cap that the Warriors has to kind of lessen that. You know what I'm saying? And maybe he trying to be like a team player after the punch scene around the world, you know what I'm saying, last year. So maybe he's just trying to be like, yeah, maybe he's just trying to be like, you know what? Or maybe, if I'm be honest with you, I'd have found him. I'd have been like, yo, I'm not giving you that option just because of what you did last year, but we're not going to embarrass you. You know what I'm saying? You decline it, and then we'll come in under, you know what I mean, and we'll say that you was trying to help the team. That's what I would say.
He embarrassed himself.
He embarrassed Jordan Poole.
Yeah, I don't know when this man can let this down. He gonna need to get him like 6 rings. You know what I'm saying? Before, you know what I mean? Like he gonna be the dude who got hit.
He had a bad season, and he ruined his season.
Oh man, no. See, if they would have won, then wouldn't nobody be talking about this. But as soon as they lost, yeah, I did knock his ass out. I should never did that.
Cause he played horrible.
This was bad.
He played like he had a concussion. That man was shooting air balls. He was not. Jordan Poole did not play good in the playoffs at all.
I think the Warriors definitely should, because they have said it. Steve Kerr said it. They're not champions without Draymond. If that's the case, then y'all should do what y'all got to do. But the Warriors did lose their GM. He stepped down, and he was instrumental in drafting Draymond and signing Draymond. He was close with that guy. I think if he does go to the Lakers, it doesn't shift the power. It doesn't shift the balance of power like people might think it will. Now, if he goes to the Lakers and they keep Hachimura, Reeves, and D'Lo, then we could be talking about something then, because Draymond can bring the best out of his bench players. But Denver is still the favorite. It just doesn't seem like any teams can do anything else to surpass that. Now, if Draymond go east and go to Boston, Miami,
or the Bucks,
we talking about something totally different.
Or the Bucks.
I don't think he's gonna play with Giannis.
Okay, get over your attitude. That'll be a championship team.
He ain't getting over his attitude.
That's Draymond Green.
It's Draymond Green. He has said it. He gonna beat him.
And
that's why he has to go. Because you're a detriment to yourself and the league, bro. It's gonna be okay to fight.
That's why I said what I said. I always thought that when he left the Warriors, that had been him saying, I had a good season, I had a good year, I got me some chips. You know what I mean? What can I say? I'm gonna go ahead and commentate.
No, I don't even want to see him on TV.
You wildin'. The man got a hell of a basketball IQ.
Got an attitude problem.
Go suit up for the Raiders.
For sure.
They could definitely use him out there.
Go get in the ring or something. You know what I'm saying? You want to fight? Go
Be a
fight.
Fullback.
Wrong sport for you.
Draymond.
Being real personal on this.
Nah, because but it just makes sense basketball wise. It's not going to be the help that Jimmy Butler desperately needs, but that team can. He's a Miami Heat type of player, and with Boston, he can be that piece because Al Horford's about to be 38, so Al Horford can't be playing all these minutes, and you expected him to guard. Al Horford was on the perimeter trying to guard perimeter players, wing players this past postseason. If you got Draymond doing that, then you can allow Tatum and Brown to do their things, because neither one of those guys are scrubs on the defensive side either. So, and it'll be tough. It'll be tough for a team to score against Boston.
Draymond ain't no spring chicken neither.
I'm about to say, you talking about everybody to be 38. I'm like, man.
Yeah, but Draymond's about to be 33. So that's 5 whole years. 5 years in basketball years? Man. That's like 2 or 3 dog years. You know how that means in human years.
I thought Al Horford was 40 already. So
on my soul, I thought he was just pushing. You know what I mean?
You right. He don't need to be out on that perimeter. He gonna take.
On my soul.
I love Al Horford.
Yeah, he's my man, but he can't jump out there no more. You know what I'm saying? You can't even close up.
I love Al Horford since he was at Florida with that squad they had, but with Noah and with that Chandler Parsons.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he ain't got no business being out there with them legs trying to play defense on the perimeter. With them young boys.
I got a good memory. I can't believe y'all threw that name out there.
Go out there. That's like when your dad come out there and try, or your uncle come out there try and hoop with you.
Noodle legs out there a couple possessions. It's not gonna work.
Mm-hmm.
Let's switch gears, get back to the NFL for a quick second. We're about 10 weeks away, 79 days exactly from the season opener in KC. With Super Bowl champs, Kansas City Chiefs will square up against the Detroit Lions. Now, they're going to be, Kansas City is going to be trying to do something that hasn't been done in 20 years, and that's repeat as champions. So, Ty, let's start with you. Should the Chiefs be favored to repeat?
Yeah, why not? Shit. And the Chiefs? Nah, but for real, I think they got a big chance. You know what I mean? Nothing really has changed for them. They're still one of the best teams in the league. And damn sure in their conference. So, I mean, if you win your conference, the only thing you got to do is win the Super Bowl. And I don't see nobody beating them in their conference.
So, Vinny, is that true with Kansas City still, even with all the stuff that's been going on in the AFC? Is Kansas City still the best team in the AFC?
That is such a hard question to answer. I don't think they're the best team in the AFC. I think that they're hard to bet against. You got Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid. That's hard to take somebody else. I don't think they're the best team in the AFC. I think that if we're looking at it from a on paper standpoint, I think the Bills are the best team in the AFC.
He said the Bills.
I'm done with you.
But as we have seen, both Josh Allen and Joe Burrow have taken a back seat to Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
The AFC, I got 4 teams in the AFC that I feel like are contenders.
Okay.
The Chiefs, the Bills, the Bengals. And a lot of people gonna say the Dolphins, but I'm not on the Dolphins hype train. I'm saying I'm going with the Ravens. I think Lamar Jackson's gonna have a bounce
Smart
back.
man. Smart man.
Cool.
Smart man.
I think he about to come out there balling. He got a point to prove this year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir. Lamar Jackson gonna go crazy. Lamar Jackson is my sleeper pick for MVP. So
Let me tell you something. The only reasons I feel like the Chiefs shouldn't be favored is because of what they just did in Baltimore. That's the only reason.
Odell Beckham Jr.? No. The Chiefs shouldn't be favored because Joe Burrow has a 3-1 record against Patrick Mahomes.
Bro, come on. It don't matter about no Joe Burrow. You know what I mean? Because I'm just be real with you. He ain't as clutch as people want to put him out to be. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
Last year.
Wait. The only reason. Oh man. The only reason they lost last year to Mahomes is because the defense couldn't get him the ball back.
Okay.
And that's Mahomes had one leg.
And still won. Okay. Look, I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes in any facet. I don't care. You know what I mean? What situation it is, because look, in every game, it ain't like Patrick has caused the offense to lose the game. Defense wins the games, you know what I'm saying? Because it's the people who Burrow's going after, you know what I'm saying? And the last year, the defense of the Chiefs won. That's the only thing people were talking about, man. Is defense ain't keeping up with what the offense is doing, you know what I'm saying? So that's the only thing I'm talking about. We talking about, but when we talking about as a whole, we've seen them say that it doesn't matter if my defense isn't up to par. My offense is just gonna score. Because that's the player Mahomes is.
Here's the thing.
The Bengals did not improve.
No, they didn't.
I give you that. But they didn't improve their defense. No. Their offense, they improved. They went and grabbed Mahomes' left tackle, Orlando Brown Jr., so they solidified that. Burrow's blind side is protected. Burrow got sacked 70 times the year he went to the Super Bowl and still went to the Super Bowl. He got sacked another 59 times last year. I'm sorry. If they cut that down in half, and now he's not getting sacked, oh my God.
Okay.
Oh my God.
All right.
Here's the thing. When Mahomes and the Chiefs were playing the Eagles in the Super, I knew, even though it was back and forth and Hurts had control of the game, I knew for a fact, I was like, all right, Mahomes is not going to lose this game. The Chiefs are not losing because of 1-5. Now, 2 weeks prior in that AFC title game, I was I was, oh man, they might lose this.
Oh, get out of here!
Burrow get this ball.
Get out of
they
here,
might
bro!
lose it.
Come on now. Like, if you could say that about him against the Eagles, like, honestly, that was the biggest threat he faced the whole damn year. You know what I mean? So if you could say that about, come on now. That's right.
That was a field goal game.
Cincinnati almost blew the last game of the season against Baltimore if Tyler Huntley don't fumble at the goal line.
Hey, but it did. But it did.
I'm just saying, you talking about clutch teams, bro. The Chiefs clutch a team when they get into that moment, when they get into the spotlight. You ain't gotta worry about what they gonna do. Just as you said, what Pat Mahomes did, you know what I mean, to these daggone Eagles. You know what I'm saying? In the Super Bowl on one leg, like bro. I'm not betting against this brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm not betting against him either. I'm saying if it comes down again for the third straight year against the Bengals and the Chiefs, it's been shown on Burrow's track record that he can beat Mahomes, and he's done it in the AFC title game.
Okay, and Mahomes can beat him.
He didn't done it one time. He didn't done it one time now.
But it don't. So weird. He did
He
it, right?
done it one time.
We ain't having a conversation saying he ain't never beat Burrows, right? So my thing is,
that's not what I'm saying.
If you was Mahomes and you just won the Super Bowl on one leg, you know what I'm saying? Do you think this little ass Joe Burrows is gonna be like so much of a worry in the regular season? Like,
imagine what Mahomes gonna do with two legs.
Bro, like, no, you tripping, bro.
No, because with two legs, he lost to the Bengals the year prior,
bro,
and he had Tyreek Hill on that team.
Why you trying to live in the past? You know what I'm saying? Because now we talking about. If we want to be in the past, let's talk about what he did without the best wide receiver in the league. You know what I'm saying? He still won the chip. That's what he did. When everybody was like, "Oh no, they're gonna have to figure it out again." Nah, figure what out? I'm a champion.
I mean, he do got probably the best tight end ever to play football.
Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. You know what I mean?
And that's crazy saying that because we done seen Antonio Gates, Tony Gonzalez, but Travis Kelce, he's breaking all the records. It's crazy.
Yeah. And I thought Tony was going to be the best tight end to ever do it, but Travis Kelce's different.
If Tony Gonzalez played on the Chiefs, if Patrick Mahomes was the quarterback when Tony Gonzalez was on the Chiefs, it would be different. But Tony Gonzalez played with Trent Green.
Oh yeah. He played with Trent Green. He played with some dudes.
Matt Ryan for a few years. You know what I mean? Antonio Gates was stuck with Phillip Rivers forever, and Phillip Rivers can only throw the ball 25 yards. You feel me? But so.
Yeah, Antonio Gates' best quarterback was Matt Ryan. So yeah. So.
If you give them boys, if you give Tony Gonzalez and Antonio Gates, you give them Patrick Mahomes. Whew. But that's irrelevant because they didn't have him. So Travis Kelce probably the best tight end ever to play the game when it's all said and done. Numbers wise,
man. The Chiefs, I don't think they should be favored to win simply because there are teams in the AFC that want their number. But to that point, and to my original point, Burrow's the only player that didn't beat Mahomes multiple times.
Okay. All right.
He's the only player to do it. Lamar's only done it once. Josh Allen's only done it once.
Bro, but if you did it once, that means you can do it again. Now that they gave Lamar the money, you know what I'm saying? If I was anybody in the AFC, I'd be looking at the Ravens like, oh, make sure when we play them, y'all do what y'all got to do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's going to be a problem.
The thing is with the Ravens, because I really want to pick them, but I seen them give up way too many fourth quarter leads.
Yeah, that's last year. We ain't talking about. Well, you live in the past, don't you, man?
I need something to gain this. They brought back the same defense.
Okay.
We need to circle both games, both Baltimore Cincinnati games. We need to circle both of them games. They both need to be primetime games. Those are two of the two games that I really want to see.
Yeah.
Because they always, even when they aren't offensive juggernauts or defensive or juggernauts on either side of the ball, because the Ravens have always had a good defense. Bengals are usually an offensive team. That's always those are two games I really.
And they put up a good game last year with Snoop Huntley and with Sam Hubbard. Said no, that was man.
99 yards. I threw up in my mouth. I said, look at this. This shit look like Madden. Look at this.
Oh man.
Oh Lord, 1 yard. You fumble at the 1. Oh man.
From Super Bowl champs back to the worst division in football, Tampa Bay Buccaneers have a quarterback competition with Baker Mayfield and third-year pro Kyle Trask. So let's continue with season preview of the NFC South. Let's go over the Bucs schedule. This shouldn't take too long. Bucs.
Does it even matter?
One. Is it at Minnesota? Yeah, at Minnesota. I think they start with it. I don't know, man. At Minnesota, let's see. I feel like I'm personally giving Minnesota way too much credit because every time I see them on somebody else's schedule, but Minnesota's offense, Minnesota's going to have a top 5 offense this year.
It looks like Minnesota has a weak schedule. Is what
that's exactly what it looked like. So that's the 0-1. Home against Chicago. Oh yeah. Okay, you can win that. The Eagles. That's unfair.
They still have Mike Evans and Chris Godwin. They do still have Leonard Fournette. They do still have some pieces.
Oh, but who throwing to?
Yeah. The thing is, Vinny, they had but they had Mike Evans and Chris Godwin before Brady was there. You remember who was throwing him the rock? Mm-hmm. Remember Jameis Winston was throwing him the rock then.
Jameis, yeah.
Don't do that. Jameis had 5,000 yards and 30 touchdowns that year.
Oh, what he had last year?
He also had 30 interceptions.
Oh.
But,
yeah, you can't. If you're gonna shout out the stats, say them all. You know what I mean? Say them all.
The reason I said Kyle Trask is I feel like he can get the ball down the field better than Baker can.
Okay.
Yeah,
but will it get picked off?
But he's a statue in the pocket, and Baker can move around. And in this day and age, we can't do too much with statues.
No, Baker's gonna be the day 1 starter. Baker Mayfield has no accuracy.
But when coach get pissed off,
Zero.
Yeah, but I was about to say when coach get pissed off, then we gonna see Trask. You know what I'm saying?
Trask will be there week 5, week 6.
Mm-hmm.
At the bye week, I got him at 1-3, with the only win being at home to Chicago.
That's doable, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess. And then here comes Detroit. That's a loss.
Just off the strength of Tampa's defense. They might give Justin Fields a little trouble throwing the ball. If he don't rush for 200 touchdowns, they could. The Bears could lose that game.
Exactly. And that's with any game the Bears play. We're not talking about them.
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Detroit and Atlanta. Oh, my God. Detroit, Atlanta, and Buffalo after the bye. Loss.
They can beat Houston.
They got Houston?
Yeah, then they got Houston. So you say you double black on the Atlanta game, Vinny?
It's a winnable game, but let me see, where is it?
It's going to be at Tampa.
A week after getting thrashed by Detroit.
You don't think it's going to be a close game?
Who?
Tampa and Detroit.
No, sir.
It might be. Because you know how in mid-October you get them 1:00 games. Like, damn, this game back and forth. This game going crazy. I feel like that game can go crazy. But
if that game,
it'll still end up in the Detroit Lions win. We are giving a lot of credit to the Lions this season. Let's see.
No. It's kind of crazy because when I had the Lions as a schedule, everybody was talking about, you think the Lions? Yeah, I thought the Lions was gonna do well. You know what I'm saying? But we
didn't dispute against Tampa Bay.
I feel that, but I feel like everybody. Every time we done picked up and seen the Lions, oh no, they ain't beating the Lions. You know what I mean? And now everybody on the team. You know, watch what you say, cause I got the recordings. You feel me? That's all I got to say.
They gonna do some Lions shit now.
In good old Detroit fashion.
They gonna lose.
I'm trying to tell you.
They gonna lose one or two games. Maybe they gonna lose a couple games where we like there ain't no way they were supposed to lose that game.
No, boo.
I promise you.
We don't know. We like.
It's like,
We don't know.
Oh no.
They gonna do.
So,
It is
we
the
right
line.
here. Week 9, Houston. That's a dub. I give them.
Yeah.
After they get thrashed. Now they will get thrashed on this Thursday night to Buffalo. It won't even be close. I don't even know why they keep doing this on Thursday nights. No, I'm not wasting my time watching Buffalo play Tampa Bay.
I don't know why they putting football on Prime Video. Who watches it?
Hey, Amazon Prime to watch that?
I'm gonna skip that month.
Do they want?
I'm gonna skip that month.
I don't get it. I thought the NFL was having viewer issues. Do they want viewers?
Yeah, they might use Prime. Like, that don't make sense.
No, you can use Prime, but you need to be having the Jets and the Chiefs.
Yeah.
You need to be having some bump. Like, you need to be having Giants, Eagles. You need to be having some goddamn rivals, some bump.
Now,
Brady
Brady
wants to see
Brady was up
nobody
there.
wants to see the Buccaneers in the damn.
Brady against the Bills. Brady and the Bucks against the Bills. Now that would have been intriguing, but
yeah, but this is Kyle Trask or Baker Mayfield.
Kyle Trask. Yo, I hope he get in the game and start balling, cause y'all be talking trash on Kyle Trask. Good God.
If he do, all right, Kyle. I'll tip my hat to you, but it's not gonna happen. You went to Florida.
I said I prefer Kyle Trask over Baker Mayfield. I am not paying.
You did.
Play football. I'm not paying money to see Mayfield play football. Absolutely not.
Okay, a win against Houston. Ooh, I see a little 2-game win streak because they can beat Tennessee.
They can, but will they? Is the question.
The game's at home. They definitely will beat these
I think
guys.
we putting a little bit too much credit on home court advantage. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I know they got quarterback troubles, but they do have a solid.
I'm not saying that Tennessee, because we're gonna get to the AFC South next week. But I'm not saying that Tennessee is gonna be horrible. But like,
Ryan Tannehill is better than Baker Mayfield.
The toss-up games, but yeah, who's Ryan Tannehill throwing to? We could go out there. He needed, you feel me? He found somebody off Walmart on the ball too. So,
out of halfback screens to Dontre Hill.
Oh man, and here comes reality at San Fran. They're gonna come back to reality and get smacked. Then at Indianapolis, that's another loss. I'm sorry. The Carolina Panthers, they can beat them. We said they was going to beat them. They're losing to Atlanta in Week 14. Then Green Bay. Here's the thing with Green Bay's schedule: them home games that they got against teams like Tampa Bay and shit, they can. It'll be coin flips.
That's the problem with Green Bay's schedule. Is Green Bay, all their home games are against teams that suck.
After Green Bay, oh my God, Jaguars. The Jaguars, we're definitely going to speak on it next week. The Jaguars are going to go 4-0 against this division because they are going to thrash the division. I don't even think none of them games will be close. New Orleans
I
again.
concur.
I would hope.
I concur.
They might drop one. They might drop. Jackson, Tampa might be the team Jackson will lose to. That inner Florida on Florida matchup.
Might be a tie.
Oh man, I have these guys at 5-12.
That sounds kind of gentle.
Yeah, I think that's all right. I would have put them at what is that? 3-13.
3-14.
Yeah. I give them 3 wins at the most. I know that their defense isn't bad, but still, if you don't have the offense to score points, your defense must be immaculate, and they ain't got the Eagles.
Immaculate is an understatement.
You know what I mean?
The Buccaneers have a solid enough defense. It's just, not to make up for all the
That's what I'm saying. It got to make up for every last problem with the offense. That junk got to be
There's gonna be a lot.
With Baker Mayfield as your quarterback or Kyle Trask, it's gonna be some problems.
Yeah,
and we can't forget either that the Bucs struggled mightily to run the ball at the end of the season.
Yeah. So, and they didn't have an idea what they were going to do. So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe from that.
You coming in there with a not so good quarterback in a weak run game, that's going to be a long year on offense.
Yeah, that's a recipe for disaster. You won't be seeing any Tampa Bay players coming from my roster.
No.
Oh man. And let's
not be Mike Evans this year.
Nope. No, they need Jesus as a quarterback. So let's wrap it up in the NBA. And the NBA has suspended, as promised, after the finals were done. NBA has suspended Ja Morant for conduct detrimental to the league. That was their words, not mine. Conduct detrimental to the league. Morant's suspension will be 25 games length, which will cost him about $8 million. And he won't be eligible for any All-NBA teams or the MVP award. So, the NFL Players Association they wish to appeal the process. Well, they're looking. They're calling it excessive.
What?
And yeah.
That's what I said, bro.
Hold up. 25 games?
Yeah.
Okay. Wait. What's out of hand about it? The fact that he can't be in NBA all NBA teams or no MVP?
Then that's because of the new CBA, and there was that whole load management thing. So you have to play a certain amount of games to be considered for these teams, and if you make these All NBA teams, that's how you get eligible for these super max deals. So that's the NBA's way of saying, yeah, bro, we're not gonna keep giving out this money.
But I mean, so did y'all see that he was trying to say it was a lighter?
You trying to say it's a fake gun or something?
Yeah. That the gun was a lighter.
We don't know what real guns look like.
He couldn't have said it was a lighter, like it was a Zippo or something. That's a big ass Zippo.
Look him up. He said it was a lighter, cuz. You know what I'm saying? He said it's a fake gun. He got a video out with him with a gun that looked like a lighter. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lighter that looked like a gun. You know what I mean? Him firing the jump. You know what I'm saying? I said, okay. And I said, okay. I'm trying to figure out.
I don't care if it was like.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to figure out how in hell they just gave him 25 games. I thought the minimum was 50.
Because he didn't violate any rules about bringing it into team areas, or you feel me, anywhere where NBA, he didn't bring it to any team facilities. That's the word I was looking for. Any team facilities. He didn't violate that rule in the CBA, so 50 games would have seemed wouldn't have seemed warranted to me. But Gilbert Arenas got 50 games because he bought them locker rooms and he bought the guns in the locker.
He bought them locker rooms. Oh my God.
I was just gonna ask, do we know how many games Gilbert Arenas got?
Yeah, straight up. You know what I mean? I am a Washingtonian. I know damn good well. So that's what I'm like. It's not bad. It's not bad. I feel like, you know what I mean. He can still come in and a team could. This is my thing. With 25 games, he can win the championship. You know what I'm saying?
It's that catch-20. It's that they catch you with that not being able to qualify. That's what they get you.
He can win a championship. He just can't be MVP.
But without Ja Morant for the first 25 games, do we really think the Grizzlies have a winning record? I don't.
Why not?
Dylan Brooks. Well, here's the NBA. Here's the Players Association Executive Director Tamika Trimaglillo statement. I got it right. Ja has expressed his remorse. This is a quote. Ja has expressed his remorse and accepted responsibility for his actions. And we support him unequivocally as he does whatever is necessary to represent himself, our players, and our league in the best possible light. As to the discipline imposed, we which keeps him off the court until December and requires some unstated conditions to be met before he can return, we believe it is excessive and inappropriate for a number of reasons, including the facts included in this particular incident, and that is not fair and consistent with past discipline in our league. We will explore with Ja our options and the next steps. End quote.
Now, that's the only thing I will take into consideration is the disciplinary acts that they have taken in the past. That's the only reason why it may not be fair. But
wait.
At the same time, bro, I had a whole conversation.
Hold up. Help me out, because when you say the disciplinary acts they have taken in the past, right? You mean on guns?
Nah, they mean in general on past players that have done some things against. But here's the thing. And I get where they're coming from, because a lot of these players have broken the law.
Yeah.
Just caught on camera with a gun. But at the same time, he had a whole conversation with his boss.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This the second time.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
This is the second time in months.
In 25 games? I expected this brother to be out half the year. You know what I mean? I mean, I know December pretty much, you know what I mean? But like, I really didn't expect him to be 25 games is like is
That's light.
That's light. It's like a slap on the wrist, to be honest with you. Now the only thing that makes
honestly, because when he went out last time, they gave him 8 games, but the Grizzlies suspended him before the league did. So they gave him 8 games, and they said, well, you only got to do 2 more. And that's time served. So, bruh, okay. So he got off that clean the first time, and then you have a conversation with the commissioner, and he tell you, like, bro, we don't want you doing that. Like, bro, like, you know, you sound Nike, bro. Like, you got the kids looking up. So that's not the image we want to portray as a league. And he sat there in the commissioner's office. Yeah, I understand. I'm gonna show him I'm a new job. That's not the job that your job saw. I'm better than that. So, no, you're not
At all.
You're not though. That's my thing. Like, I don't know. I don't. To me, I understand it is a punishment, but then I get thrown off that it didn't even get. He didn't even get the reprimanded before the finals was ended. You know what I mean? Like, this stuff happened. We seen it happen, and it's like you had to think that long. It made me think that this was going to be one of the most scrutinized punishments the NBA ever laid out. You know what I'm saying? But 25 games.
You think it is by this NBA Players Association?
That's kind of crazy. I think the only thing they tripping about is that he can't be MVP, because in that after the 25 games, if it wasn't because of that rule, then yeah, he probably could have still been MVP. You know what I'm saying? The output that he would have put out. You know what I'm saying? Like, but to me, it's just like,
I mean, that type of thing will motivate you. Like, all right, I gotta go ball. But
yeah,
25. The last time we seen 25 game suspension was the start of the 2020 season for DeAndre Ayton, and he had popped on a drug test for a detoxing agent. So he got 25 games for failing the drug test. Is this the same thing?
Nah, I don't think so.
I mean,
They call this contract detrimental to the league, and where's Tamika say? She says requires some unstated conditions to be met before he can return. So I don't know what that is. I'm still looking.
No, do I?
I'm still looking into that.
Here's my thing. If you talk about your conduct was detrimental to the league, right? And we have all said this man the face of the league. You know what I'm saying? For it to happen once, first thing we said was he young. He from a certain area. You know what I'm saying? What do we know? You know what I'm saying? He came out, as you said, won't happen again. I'm going to rehab, which threw me off. I'm like, who the hell go to rehab? You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? But I'm going to rehab
for not breaking any laws.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and he come back out, he partying, he do it again. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't no damn rehab. Just leave that fuck.
Just leave it alone. Like, bro, just like I really don't understand why. And how much you got to pay? Like $8 million?
He gonna lose 8 million.
He gonna lose $8 million.
He lose $8 million because he won't be able to participate in those games.
What about the fines? There ain't no fines.
Listen,
might be a
listen.
part of the unknown things he has to take care of.
Okay, see, this is what I'm saying. Out of all the punishments I done heard, usually somebody slaps them. They fine you if you get text, bro. Like I don't understand.
I don't know if you gotta find him because he's gonna lose $8 million worth of game pay.
That's fine.
You just don't. I don't.
It just don't seem like the same type of. Look, I'm not mad. You know what I mean? Ja, great player. I like to see him play. You know what I'm saying? But it really make me feel like if somebody else young come in and make dumb decisions, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, all right, we know you young. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, he a grown man. He decided to do these things.
I really think only thing I feel like is going other than the money, obviously, that's gonna hurt is the All NBA because he's not winning. Not to say that's impossible. I didn't see not this year. I didn't see him winning the NBA. 25 games. I don't think that's gonna keep. I don't think the Grizzlies are gonna have a winning record in that time frame, but I think they could. I don't think that's gonna necessarily keep them out of the playoffs and missing those first 25 games. So I think the only thing he's other than the money is that All NBA because he definitely would have been on one of the first, second, third. He would have been an All NBA player. So not being able to make one of them teams, that and the money. But other than that, 25, that's light. You should be blessed.
Everything like
I wouldn't even say a word. I wouldn't say a word. I'm like, all right, I'm
everything
like across the chin.
I can't believe they trying to fight this. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the thing.
I was expecting half the season.
Yeah.
This is what you gotta remember. You gotta look at all the other instances where people have been, disciplined, and what they've been disciplined for, and how little it was. So I see where they're coming from that standpoint, but I don't care.
Yeah. Now I feel that because this is the second time. I mean, everybody who got disciplined before. I mean, you tell me about a repeat offender who did the same. You know what I mean? That he got in trouble for the first time, and he was like, "Don't do this no more." Then, like, not even 2 weeks go by. You know what I mean? That's why I'm like, yo, I just knew 50
He said, damn, what they talking about?
Yes, sir. You know what I mean? I just knew 50 games off minimum. I knew it. I knew 50 games.
Yeah, 25, like,
Yeah, I said
25 about 4 for the season.
Yeah.
Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, please don't get caught the third time, Joe. Please get. I feel like the suspension was fair. Honestly, I don't know what the like he can go out there and still ball.
I would shut the hell up if I was Ja. You know what I'm saying? And the Players Association, just shut up. You know what I mean? Let them take it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? And just keep moving.
He ain't lose his sneaker deal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Right.
the man still got his endorsements. That's when y'all talking about his money. I'm like, bro, he can bank off endorsements to get his bread. He still got his endorsements.
Because Nike said that they are proud that he's taking accountability for his actions. They're gonna
But how?
Staying behind his back. They're gonna have his back and they're not cutting ties with him. So I was like,
how is he taking accountability for his actions? Because he said he was wrong?
You can't deny it. You can't be like, that wasn't.
Okay.
He can't be Shaggy.
It wasn't me.
Look, the real question is going to be, what is he going to be doing during this 25 game suspension? That's going to be 2 whole months. So what are you going to do in them 2 months while you're not playing basketball?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Because he gets caught on camera again.
He has a problem with staying out the way. So now he got all this free time.
And I don't even think he's going to be allowed to obtain facilities, any of that. So.
This is a bad deal. He get caught on.
And he in Memphis?
Somebody about to catch him in 4K. My God, Lord.
So the discussion is, leave because is it the environment that's detrimental to his behavior, or is this just job?
I'm on the outside looking in, but because of that second video, it made me feel like it's just job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Just simply because every time they rock into some music, next thing you know, and it's like, bro, if you can't dance without no gun, bro, you know what I'm saying, then you don't need to dance it out.
Dances with the gun.
Yeah, but every time he over there dancing with the damn gun, and it's like, bro, what's wrong with you?
It's hard to boogie with the banger, man.
It's hard to boogie with the banger, man.
Go ahead, man.
Come on, man. They gonna catch him in 4K and at a Gotti concert with the banger on. Like, come on.
Be out there doing stuff like that.
That's what's gonna happen. Do they still do the Come On Man segments?
Come on, yes, Monday night is football. Come on, man, yes, sir, yes, sir. I don't know. Charlamagne should have made a donkey of the day, but
There's a lot of controversy going on about John.
just stay out the way, Job. We love you, man. Stay out the way. He good for the league, he is, but what he's doing is not good.
On my soul.
It's not a good example.
Yeah.
No, it's not, because they trying to
don't
make you
be
the
doing
face of the NBA, and it's like you just nah. I don't want to be the face of the NBA, guys. Like,
yeah, and they didn't hand him the keys. But the whole thing, before we go, that whole thing with Nike is, I think, was because like, damn, we can't lose two athletes in 1 year.
Yep. They already lost Kyrie.
He ain't losing. They don't care about none of this.
as far as Nike is concerned,
Yeah, they don't give a damn.
Yeah.
Especially, I mean, when you think about it, never mind, because I feel like that's way too controversial to say.
and I don't know if I'm about to gonna say, but I'll take the Kyrie loss to keep Ja. If I'm Nike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's just more kids gravitating to Ja, and he's gonna sell a lot, man. You know, and they want to be part of it. It's a parade in my city. Yeah, they want to be part of it. So
Yeah, all that gritty or call it gay. What's the grit? It was the gritty.
yeah, you had it right. Yeah. Kyrie
I
ain't
call
doing
it
none
what
of
the
that.
young people doing. The stuff I can't.
Kyrie ain't doing none of that. He just going to hoop.
He TikTok culture. That's
Yeah.
he is. He's
Yeah, and they need it. It works for social media, so it makes sense to keep Ja, you know. But 25, bro, take it across the chin and come back in December and ball, bro. And that right there will wrap it up. It's a good wrap. We're done. We'll analyze all the free agency, the draft, Victor Wembanyama picking to the Spurs, all that good stuff next week. Hopefully, Dalvin Cook and DeAndre Hopkins are signing with a team, or talking to some more teams. But we'll see. But for the gang here, we got one more thing. Drum roll, please. Hopefully, it's all right. What is Forrest Gump's password?
Run.
I love you, Jenna. Was it right again?
Nah, it's run.
I was right again.
It gotta be run.
Forrest Gump's password.
Oh, you.
That'll be one. Nah, ice cream. One Forrest one.
Yeah, that one really bad.
Oh, all right.
No, the number one, because you know you gotta use a number.